Okay, quick update over the past week. Haven't done too much since I had to work 3 days late this week. Governing system. Got main lever from the spool, or the governor right here. Going back, pivots on this bolt. This is a 3/8 stainless steel bolt. Got another lever coming up from there, bolted on. Goes straight up, connected to the slider for the valve, the latch out slider. There. This little link here is just a piece of really thin aluminum, not permanent, just something to hold it together. You can see how it works. Let's see. No, the valve was out. Okay. Why is it sticking now? There it goes. Okay, so you can see when the governor speeds out, weights fly open, push this little governor spool forward, pushing this first lever toward the flywheel, pivoting on this large bolt. This lever is connected to this one that's shaped like an L, connected to the latch out arm. Sliding through the notch and the exhaust valve. See with the exhaust valve, when the notch is below the exhaust push rod, the valve is fully closed. Tension is out of the rocker. Fully closed, the lever can still slide a little bit, barely. Then, as the engine's turning, the valve lifts enough to clear the latch out slider completely. However, when the engine is running at high speed, it will slide under and rest on the latch out slider. The valve is about halfway open at this point. If I find that it still has too much, or too much compression, which would give it resistance, I can adjust the latch out block any which way, up or down, and I can grind out a little more of the notch. Now, originally it was going to be higher, so the valve was going to be held about 95% open. Right now it's about 50% open. The problem that I encountered was this area right here would have become very, very thin, and I don't think that the governor or the latch out arm it would have compromised its integrity. I was going to put another piece of stock under that part of the arm there, just to reinforce it a little bit, but I would have had to either screw it on there, and there's not a lot of area to put a screw, especially in this side here. The screw would have had to been in this area. This is a number 6 screw. I would have used a number 4, but just showing you there's not a lot of space here. Well, I suppose I should have made this little holder a little larger. I could still mill off about a 1/4 inch of this on each side here if I find that I need more space. Not a big deal, but I think it'll work how it is. That's that for now. Oh, the springs I found in doing tests with spinning this with a drill, I found that this governor exerts a lot of force. I definitely oversized these flyweights here, way larger than they would have needed to be. So I'm going to use 2 springs. I have these 2 springs right here. I hope they'll be enough to keep it under control. One will be mounted there, and one on the opposite side. If they turn out to not be enough, I will have to mill some material off of these weights to make them lighter. But other than that, it's doing just fine.